danger. A chance for Baldico. Baldico has scored the equaliser for Manchester City after 4 minutes of stoppage time. And we await extra time. City have come back from the dead.
Warlock has made a great run here down the channel in towards Dickov and Dota! And from despair to delight, the City fans celebrate. Would you believe it? Manchester City have one hand on the FA Cup.
It's finished at Sunderland. Manchester United have done all they can. That Rooney goal was enough for the 3 points. Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. So watch it, drink it in.
There's a good try. Oh, incredible! Ilkay Gundogan, right from the start. That is stunning.
They've done it! They've done it! Manchester City have done it! Once, twice, 3 times the champion! Champions of Europe finally! History made in Istanbul! The treble complete!
History makers, for the first time ever, an English club have won 4 titles in a row.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Typical City. Oh, this game, man. This is a big one. This is, lifeline, isn't it, really? This is it. This is it. The last chance for Manchester City to even be in the conversation for a title race, because any drop points today, it is over. It is done and dusted. So, let's do the job. The team news isn't great. It's absolutely depleted the confidence that I had really going into this game, because, man, there's some forced changes and one that's a bit peculiar, but we'll get into it. I hope everyone's well, most importantly. I hope you're all looking after yourselves. I hope you're keeping yourselves healthy and happy and all that stuff. I'm not happy because of the beer. Health, also not because of the beer. they work against each other. I knew it. I knew it straight away. Can a man just have a shave without anyone going fucking wild? Like, please. That's all I wanted to do. I just shaved it off. I wasn't keen on it. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. So I whipped that off. So yeah, I didn't want it. I didn't want it. But that's nice. That's a nice thing to say. That's a really that fills me with plenty of confidence. That does. But yeah. John Cena's not a beard man. Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. We've gone back to John Cena. Gone back to John Cena. Yeah, man. That's more like it. Someone being nice. Anyway, fucking beard, man. I knew it would be a thing. I didn't want it to be. Like, I was just like, can we just like crack on? Guy makes one little change in his life and it's like, oh my God. Can't believe it, man. Can't believe it. Hope everyone's good. Anyway, hope you're well. I can't go to the top of the chat anymore, but I saw lots of you were in here predicting nice and early. Big up Teal, who says Palmer looks garbage ever since Maresca left. We need to talk about Chelsea because we're playing them soon. And that was actually a better performance than I was expecting from Chelsea. They did find something in that game, didn't they, in that Liverpool game? I watched it earlier. Big up Teal, hope you're good, mate. Big up Dream. Come on, City. Kusanov is out. Yeah, man, we need to talk about that. Big up RG Sneaks. City 3, Brentford 0. I'll take it. Big up Alex. Kusanov is out. Yeah, not good. Merla, good to see you. Afternoon Blues. I predict a 4-0 win for us. Pray to God Arsenal drop points in either of their 3 games because I fully believe we will win all our remaining games. And if Arsenal slip up, we take this league. Yeah, man. Big up Church. The Bees will have no sting in their tail tonight and will be hammered 6-0. That's an unusual scoreline for Church to predict there. But, yeah, by the fly-swatting sky blue juggernaut. We need to set up one of them, you know, those things that they have in the chippies. Those big blue buzzing things that just go bzz, like that. We nearly bought a house that had one of them in. And that was, like, the whole reason. That's wild, that we went to we nearly bought a house that had one in the kitchen. And we're like in the UK, and we're like, wow, they must be like really keen. And then we found out that down the road is like one of those pump places, sewage pump places. And in the summer, there's a stream that ran by near the river, by the houses. And the flies, man, they all come into the house, apparently. All because of that, we turned it down. We were like, actually, we don't want this house anymore because we don't want to get infected by poo-infested flies. Thank you very much. Anyway, I don't know where we went with that one, but big up prediction. Let's go Blues. Big up Reza. Hi, Johnny. Well, according to me, that being you, the Carabao Cup we have won this year is more than enough, as this year we are rebuilding our team. Hence, the remaining ones will be considered a bonus. I'm sort of with you there, mate. I don't think the FA Cup should be considered a bonus. I do think that should be that's a good season. A good, solid thumbs up of the season. If we win the FA Cup, nice, crisp thumbs up for the season for me, even if we don't win the Premier League. I do think the Premier League at this point is a bonus. I felt like we were more... at the start of the season, I probably wouldn't have called it a bonus. I'll be fair with you. I don't think it was a bonus. I felt like we were capable. I still feel like we've actually let ourselves down in some aspects this season. And I do think the players are good enough to win the league this year. I still believe it. That's why we're in the title race. That's why we are where we are right now. And as close as we are, it still may not be enough. But, you know, bearing in mind, Brentford, by the way, they could win today. And if I'm right, I'm not 100% certain on this, but I think they could end up sixth, which could be a Champions League spot at the end of the season if all the permutations are met with all the teams around it and all the complications, because there is a wild situation that's very unlikely to happen, but there is a possible situation with so many things. All the dominoes need to fall in place. Is that the right phrase? I'm not sure it is, but all of the permutations need to go exactly that. For example, Villa must finish 5th, but there is a situation at the end of the season where I think it's Bournemouth and maybe Brighton. I'm not sure which 2 teams it is, but it would be better for them to lose on the last day of the season, because they are playing teams. I think one of them's playing Liverpool and one of them's playing United, and they want Villa to finish 5th. They don't want Villa to finish above them, Liverpool and United. So they want to keep Villa where they are. And by losing to Liverpool and losing to United, that keeps Villa where they are. That's a wild situation. It's very unlikely that that's going to happen, but that is a possibility at the end of the season, which is absolutely mental. Mental. Big up Phil. Hi Johnny, hi everyone. Let's not get stung on our arses by the bees today. I'm starting to sound like the legend himself. You didn't need to put Church. I knew who you meant. I knew exactly who you meant, but you did put Church. Fair play, Phil. Hope you're good, mate. City 2, Buzzy Bees. Nil. Big up Cobb. Mate, I love you, Cobb. You're always spreading positivity. I see you in the comment sections of my videos and other videos that I watch as well. I see you, mate, and you're a fucking positive guy. Big up to you. We need our fans to bring... I haven't even read your point, but there you go. We need our fans to bring positivity, to believe in the possibility of winning the Premier League. Even if it's a tough one, they must carry our team. Big up, Cobb. Big up Chewing Gum. I could do with a bit of chewing gum. I haven't had chuddy in a while, actually. A good month or two. It's good, innit? Chewing gum. It's good. Hope you're good anyway, mate. Hope you're good, Nihal, as well. Not going to be an easy game after Everton result, but you're going 2-1 City. Yeah, man. Big up to Dave. Who cares about today? The league is over. Just play the kids today. Really, Dave? Really? That's a wild thing to say, isn't it? Big up Dream. The lineup is unexpected. And big up Techno Kid. I see you as well, mate. No Kasanoff in is a concern, so hoping it was just a knock in training and he'll be back for the cup final. Yeah, hopefully so, mate. Hopefully so. What was I going to say? Let me just read that super chat quickly before I forget. And it goes missing. Oh, there's two. Sorry. Bear with me. You shaven face looks great. Not so our shaven team. Big up, man. I don't know. It's one of them. Like, I like to have a little tiny bit of stubble there. That's about it. But whipping it off, it really is like a bit raw. It's a bit baby-faced, isn't it? But I've always been pretty clean-shaven. And I can't grow a proper beard. So I was growing what I could grow. I knew I could grow the chin strap with the tash. I just wasn't working for me. I'm not sure the missus liked it either. I won't go into why I came to that conclusion, but I'm sure you can figure it out. But I'm pretty sure she's not into me at the minute. And then she was like, oh, that's all right, that. She liked it. She liked it. She gave it a thumbs up, a crisp thumbs up this morning when I whipped it off. Big up, Graham. Hope you're good, man. And big up, Raymad. Hope you're good, Johnny. I am, mate. Hope you're good too. A bit negative, but 1-0 City. Nah, man. Win's a win. We need any sort of win today. And I expect it to be a close game, man, because I know there's hope that we get the goal difference up today, but I'll be stunned if it's more than 3-0. You know, I went 3-1. I expect to concede today because I think they've got such powerful and purposeful players. Very good, very dangerous. The best team in the league transitionally. They have the most goals from fast breaks. Joint top with Manchester City. And I think Bournemouth with a team as well up there with us. So they're very, very capable of hitting us on the break. I don't expect them to be too much of a low block. So there is a possibility we get some goals. Because if you think about all the goals we've scored against Brentford, like, was it this year? I'm pretty sure it was this year. Was that the goal where Haaland was like wearing, I think it was Aya, who's playing today for Brentford, by the way. Aya, he was wearing him like a backpack. You know what I mean? Just like carrying the defender while Haaland was just holding him off and then just buried it. It didn't look the prettiest, but it was the most powerful looking goal ever. It wasn't finesse. It was just that sheer brute force just bulldozing his way through. Away at Brentford, and I'm 99% sure that was this season away. Think about the space that was in behind the line for Haaland to get that space, to get into a one-on-one situation where he's holding off a defender. Low blocks, you're not going to get that amount of space. There was zero space against Everton because they were very deep and very compact. They push a little bit higher, Brentford, and compact the middle. So I don't expect it to be a big, dirty, low block. I am hoping for a nice, well, not a basketball match, a little bit more open. And I think that suits us. We need to talk about the team news in a minute as well before we crack on. But big up Curtis as well. Need some Summer B magic against these. Summer B, because of B. Is that why you said it? I'm guessing that's why you said it. I love the picture, by the way. I've just clocked little hand. That's so good, that from Haaland. Look how bendy my nose is. Look at that. I never like to look at my profile, man. Look at that. Bit of a Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Right there. Fucking hell. Proper noggin, that, innit? Anyway. Big up to Curtis, Raymad and Graham for sending those super chats. Very much appreciated. And yeah, man, we need to talk about the fucking hell. Like, first comment, I thought, let's see what anyone else is. Let's talk football. Your beard! Your beard! Oh, man. Right. Team news. Move that clock out the way. Big Don, Nunes, Gay and Ake. The slowest defenders we could have probably put out there. Maybe Ruben Diaz and Ake ahead of Gay and Ake. Because Gay is not the quickest, but he isn't slow. But he got caught multiple times against Everton, didn't he? He wasn't quick at all. And I've never really watched Mark Gay at Palace and thought, you look slow. I've only thought that since he's joined Manchester City. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that's purely a case of we play higher up the pitch than Palace do. They tend to be a deeper team, don't they? Well, more often than not, they're a bit more pragmatic and they tend to sit rather than come up the pitch as high as we do with all of that grass to run back into for Mark Gay. He has been exposed for pace occasionally. But let's not forget what he's been doing this season in terms of the quality that he's shown on the ball. That amazing goal he scored, that finish away at Stamford Bridge, man. What a finish that was. That was unbelievable. Great goal. Lots of quality. The quality has massively outshone that one mistake we saw against Everton. It was a catastrophe of a mistake, I'll give you that. It was a calamitous situation that is arguably handed Arsenal the initiative in this league title. But I don't think we can point at that mistake and go, you are the reason we're here. I think we should be looking at all of the little reasons why we're here. The Spurs loss, Brighton loss. Recently, we've actually drawn 3 of the last 6 Premier League games. Everton, Forest and West Ham. You can't be doing that in a title race and expect to still be in with a realistic shot of winning the bloody thing. So here we are, still, like, clinging on by the skin of our teeth. I've always wondered, is there skin on your teeth? I don't know why people say that, to be honest. Is there skin on your teeth? There's the other stuff, the amalgam. Is it amalgam? Is it not amalgam? Is it? What is it? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm certainly not qualified to be talking about dentistry on a watch-along with Manchester City versus Brentford. So I don't know where I was going with that. Did I see the Vinny rumours? I did, and I immediately thought very little of them. I'll be honest with you. And if there's some truth to it, I agree with SRP. I don't want him. I know he's on his day. He's very capable of very special things. He's a very good player on his day. But I want consistency, man. I want a player that's just like, I would much rather a player that is 7 out of 10 every week than 10 out of 10 one week and then 5 out of 10 for 4 weeks. Do you know what I mean? I would much rather a 7 out of 10 player every fucking week, man. 100%. They may not hit those heights, but they don't let you down either. You know, and Vinny's one of them, man. He lets you down. He lets you down. Nearly choked them. Yeah. So have some more. While you're in the middle of choking, have a little bit more. That'll fix it. Oh. I'd take him, Dream, all day long. I'd take him all day long. 100%. But yeah, no to Vinny for me. Players are on the way out. There is some news with Brentford as well. Kelleher, Coyote, Aya starts. Collins and Hickey starts. They've done what I thought they would do in terms of push Lewis Potter forward from fullback. But I think they're going to play him on the right side. I thought they'd do it on the left side and drop Sharda. Because Sharda, who hasn't scored a goal in 8 games, you know he's going to score today, by the way. With that being a stat coming away to Manchester City, it's what we do. We've been doing this for years, man. I remember Michael Owen hadn't scored a goal for 703 billion million, as Pep says, games. I can't remember the record, but it was something like 12 games without a goal for Michael Owen, like a ridiculous run. He comes to Main Road, scores a hat-trick. Do you know what I mean? I remember the 3rd goal so well. Sun Ji-hai chasing him back, just like, fucking work, trying to get back Sun Ji-hai, and Michael Owen's like, just away and buried it. I think Peter Schmeichel was in net for us that day, away at Main Road. I remember them days. Now look at us. But yeah, Reinders, we need to talk about Reinders, don't we? We need to talk about that. I know a lot of people are suggesting Kovacic. I've seen Nico G over Reinders, use him as a super sub. Is that what you think you would prefer to have seen Nico G over Reinders and bring Reinders on? Kovacic has been shouted in the chat a few times, which I can see that. I get the point. The issue for me is the legs being Bernardo Silva alongside him. The issue is the mobility of Bernardo Silva and Kovacic together as a unit. They're not going to cover the ground as well, man. You know, they're not the quickest players, are they? On the ball, though, I would prefer Kovacic than Reinders. I'll give you that. But I don't know, Reinders, I'm not done. I've not given up on Reinders. I feel like a lot of people are done with him already. Like, forget Reinders, he's crap. You know, nah, I don't think so. I think there's a player there, and I see things like dead people, but I see things. I see Reinders and I see the quality here and there. It's just not been consistent enough, and he goes missing far too. I actually think he's nervous. I feel like intentionally goes missing out of nerves. Like, he sort of like, I'll just like, ooh, I'm just going to work my way over into this little pocket of space where no one can see me. And then he's gone. Like that. And he's gone. That's been Reinders for me in too many games where he's just like, not for me this game. And I felt like, just get in there, man. Just show us what you're capable of. And then there's games out of the blue where he'll just do something incredible and like really purposeful performances everywhere. He's winning duels, passing the ball crisp, getting the odd goal, maybe an assist. So the fact that I see the flashes makes me think there's clearly a player there, but we just need to see him have a little bit more belief in himself. And Pep's obviously going for it with Reinders. I think that's the purpose of Reinders, is the forthright thinking, is going for it. Try and get some goals, forward thinking, because Reinders is very like bang, bang, bang, forward. Very little sideway passes from Reinders. Whereas Nico G plays it way too safe, according to Pep, anyway, who has already banged that drum multiple times to say he needs to believe in himself a little bit more. And I get it. Big up to Manu. Why no Kasanov today? He's injured, mate. Thanks for being a member as well for 1 month, mate. Respect. Yeah, and don't spam people if you can. I don't know why I need to tell you to avoid that, but yeah, don't spam. It ruins it. Big up John. How do we bolster our midfield for next year? In terms of who we should sign, basically. I don't know at the minute. At the minute, I have a lot of belief in what we've got. I know we need to add to it. I do have a lot of belief in what we've got. Anderson's the obvious one, isn't it? Because Anderson's coming in. It's seemingly already been decided that. And I do think Anderson will bring us a level of intensity that I think our midfield has been lacking in recent times. But I do believe that he's still got a future ahead of him. Right, game's about to get underway. Have I sorted everything? I think I have. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Make sure to hit that like button. That's what I forgot. Right, game's underway. Game is underway. Yeah, make sure to hit that like button. We've got how many watching? I've not even got the stats up here. Right, come on, people. We've got 1,300 people watching. Smack that like button, please. If you can do so, it'll be massively appreciated. Mateus, I nearly called him Cafunes, and I don't see why I stopped myself from doing that, because he's very good. He's very, very good. Lately, is there a bit of mistakes, though, for me? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Do you ever get that? That's a weird feeling, that, when you just feel like you forget something. Who's your favourite player that's not from City? That's a tough question, that. It's hard to pick anyone in the Premier League because I hate everybody else. I'll come back to you on that. I'll come back to you. Because I'm quite an unorthodox, watcher. I appreciate things that others don't really appreciate. I love Cherky. And, come on, Cherky. I love Cherky. I love what he's all about. I love his capabilities and his skills. But I am drawn to a thinker. You know what I mean? Someone who doesn't have fancy flicks and tricks. Someone who's just capable and tactically astute. Really safe person. Like David Silva. You know, he wasn't fancy. He just did everything impeccably well. He was just a perfect footballer. You couldn't get it off him. He didn't need to do step overs. You know, that's the player I'm talking about. I'd probably look, if it's going past, I'd be looking at the likes of Xavi and Iniesta or Modric, those type of players. I'm a big fan of those type of players. Here's Cherky. That's a foul. Are we playing on? We are. Big up Hank, who says, big up Jonny, go City, cheering on from Lambertville, New Jersey and Boston, USA. Tim, Terry and Hank, big up to you guys. And big up to Jeremy Doku, who's nearly put Manchester City in the lead. All for a save from Kelleher. Good start from Manchester City. Cheers, Hank. Hope you're good, mate. Sending love to you, Tim, Terry and Hank. Hope you're good. But Jeremy Doku's on fire at the minute. Kimmich says, Liam, yeah, he's a good player. I like Szoboszlai. I think he's their best player by a long way. I'll give you that 100%. Here's Jeremy Doku again. One-on-one with Coyote. Pokes it back and Jensen clears it. Alvin wants to see Foden. What do you think? How do you feel about that contract? I'm glad we've kept him. You know, I'm glad we've kept him because I like to think that the club know what they're doing. They know what the problem is with Foden. Ball to the byline. Nico O'Reilly cuts it back. It's a great start from Manchester City so far, but how many times did we see that in the opening stages of the Everton game? Doku. I literally highlighted that. Excuse me. Oh, God, that came out wrong. That did. Nearly threw up then. But yeah, I highlighted that exact pass in my preview. Where Doku just like one-on-one with Coyote. That ball to the byline. It has been on all... Well, since we've changed this system, that run, that pass, it's just carving defences open and they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with it. And we haven't been able to punish them this time. And we weren't able to do that against Everton either. And the amount of times we got to that byline, man, we need to. Good to see you, Mullet. Hope you're good, mate. Alvarez, I miss Alvarez, you know, I really do. I think he's gone on to become an even better player than what we saw at the Etihad. And he was brilliant for us, man, wasn't he? He was brilliant. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes. I don't even think it's a mistake, because I think he wanted to go. So I don't see how you can call it a mistake. Because it would become a case of, if you want to keep him, then you must promise him more game time. And if you're going to do that, that means Haaland and Alvarez are going to be rotating more often than not. Or he's going to be playing in that deep role, or even worse, playing left wing, and he did that occasionally, didn't he, Alvarez? So we have this problem with Marmoush right now. Like, where do you play Marmoush when Haaland's here? You know, and if we sell Marmoush and we go and see him go off to become a superstar elsewhere, then who do we sign to have that same problem with? You know, and as long as Haaland's at this football club, and I want that to be a long continuation, by the way. That's not me suggesting we get rid of Haaland so we can start bringing in new players just for the sake of it, because we know what Haaland's capable of. But right now, Haaland is actually the most out-of-form striker on the pitch, because in 2026... Igor Thiago, up front for Brentford right now, has scored 11 goals in this calendar year. Haaland's got 7. So he's bang out of form compared to his opposing striker. And he's only 3 goals behind Haaland in total as well. Haaland's on 25. That's a cross-in from Brentford, overhit, straight out for a goal kick. 22 he's on, Igor Thiago. 3 behind Haaland. I think we need the second as well. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking of saying that as well. We need the first goal, but I actually think we need the first and the second goal. And even then, I'm a bit, who knows? Who knows? It's very easy to lose trust, isn't it? Very easy. It takes a lot of work to regain the trust. Nathan Ake's intercepted a ball, trying to look for Jensen. He's gone out for a throw in deep by our own corner flag. And we're going to see Coyote launch this into the box, no doubt. I would have hoped Manchester City would have played some tricks by... do you remember against Stoke? Like, whenever teams used to have Stoke come into their ground, they used to bring the advertising boardings like really close to the touchline, to the throw-in lines. And Rory Delap could still launch it, just like one step and launch it. But obviously not. Coyote's been afforded a lot of space and he's going to launch this into the Manchester City box. It's in. And Donnarumma, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing, Donnarumma? You can't be coming. That's so worrying. That's so worrying, man. It's been cleared. The danger's gone. But that couldn't have filled me with any less confidence for the next time we have to defend a set piece like that. That's not good, Donnarumma, man. You can't be coming out. He came out. And he just goes like that. I don't know why, man. I don't know why he's got a panic like that. And I can't get out of my head how well he played against Arsenal away at the beginning of the season. Defending those set pieces like the most competent goalkeeper ever. And he is, like, but this is one area of his game. Crosses, whether it be a throw-in, or that's a... But play it, Doku! How have you not played Nico O'Reilly in there, man? Nico O'Reilly makes a brilliant run and Doku just doesn't see it. Doesn't see it at all. You might argue that he's trying to play the patience game, but here's Semenyo to the byline. Cross comes in and it's a corner ball to Manchester City. I'm in that same boat, man. Basically, over the course of the season, my confidence has very slowly diminished in Donnarumma. Just slightly. It's the little things for me. It's that sort of stuff that, like, you come out. It's a matter of time before you get punished with things like that. Do you know what I mean? But, like, I still have faith in him. And I know that he can pull off saves that I'm also convinced no one else can save. Cherki dinks it to the back post. Ake nods it back. Second ball's cleared by Ayer. And away come Brentford. On the fast break, Damsgaard, Igor Thiago, and Nunes intercepts it with a brilliant little outstretched left boot and then gives it away like a moron. What's he doing? What was that? Why you had the game under control, Nunes? Why did he do that, man? It's safe. It's all good. It's all good. But fuck me, Nunes. Did the hard bit, mate. And then the easy pass, you just give it away. Jeremy Doku now. One-on-one with Coyote, who has no interest of making a tackle. He's just running alongside him like a sheep with a shepherd. Reinders. Nice little ball into O'Reilly. He's held, though, by... who's that? Couldn't tell who was holding him there. I think it might have been Yarmaloik. What's everyone's opinion on Donnarumma? What is he doing there? They're showing the replay again, and it's so unconvincing. Let's have a look. He's not even close, man. He's not even close. It's like he thinks he can get there, but it's like, I don't know what even enters your mind to think you can get there, mate. But he'll make some saves that'll be like, wow, big, big saves. What's your opinion on Trafford? You want Trafford over Donnarumma? I've got no problems with Trafford. I want the best goalkeeper, that's what I want. I feel like there's a lot of people have planted their flags in the Trafford soil and the Donnarumma soil and then refusing to swap them over. You're allowed to do that, by the way. You're allowed to change your opinion based on the circumstances. And the circumstances are that Donnarumma, for me, is an unbelievable goalkeeper in the traditional sense. But in the modern form of a goalkeeper, I don't think he's as good as what we probably would expect him to be. No point even comparing him to Edison, because I think they're completely different goalkeepers. Trafford at the ball with the ball at his feet is better, obviously. Shot stopping. I just don't think there's enough evidence of... Brentford are away here. Mark Gay one-on-one with Thiago. He slowed him down well enough to let a few City players get back at least. Well done, Jeremy Doku. Good back tracking there. Tracking back was really good there from Jeremy Doku. Big up Mullet. Thank you very much, mate. 1.6 viewers, only 500 likes. Come on, people. Hit the likes. Get them likes up. Nice one, Mullet. To Jonny, first to score. 2-0 City. PS Yucky. Cheers, Jeff. Cheers, Jeff. I remember we had that. We had that, didn't we? I had a little sound effect. Is it? I'm sure. Is it still there? I'm not sure it's there anymore. Don't know where it is. But I had the cheers, Jeff, from FIFA. Ball fed through. Nathan Ake's got to win it. That's a foul on him. That's a foul on him. Ref, he's giving it. Well done, referee. But I mean, we were carved open, man. Carved open there. And he's onside as well. It's a good ball through. Nathan Ake does incredibly well there to get his body across. It was Sharda and Thiago chasing that lost cause. Well, it wasn't a lost cause, really, but Nathan Ake just does incredibly well there. Really good. Liam says we need a right winger. you go for then, mate? It's a battle in that midfield at the minute, and it's a battle that we're losing. We're struggling here. We're struggling here. This game's slipping away a little bit. We're not creating anything. We're barely getting forward at the minute. And Brentford are looking... They're not creating an abundance of chances either. So let's not blow it out of proportion and say we're getting battered, because that's not happening either. But we're certainly not in control of the game. And I would argue we are in less control of the game than they are. They have a better foothold in this game than we do right now. And they're playing football in our half. We've got our work cut out for us in this game, man. Keith Andrews, who is, for me, an amazing shout for Manager of the Year for me. Because, I mean, the job he's done is unbelievable. Considering, really, he wasn't really considered to be a free kick to Brentford. He was their set-piece coach. You know, he was just their set-piece coach. Out of nowhere, they give him the full-time job. And he's done unbelievably well. And he was following Thomas Frank, let's not forget, who was, like, cemented in that Brentford role. And that's not an easy act to follow, because he dragged them up the leagues, Thomas Frank, and then got them into the Premier League, established them as a very well-established Premier League outfit. And he's arguably taken them up another level, Keith Andrews. And it's no surprise that they create danger. I don't know if you watched the preview, but they create danger from set pieces. They haven't scored enough from set pieces, but they've got the second highest XG from set pieces, but they're like really low down in terms of actual goals. So you're just praying this isn't one of those days where that XG gets converted into actual goals. And they've got a set piece right now to do exactly that. Free kick down Manchester City's right side, going to be whipped in. Donnarumma palms it away to the edge of the area. He was having to leave it late, wasn't he? Because any deflection means he's got to do something different. And he waited and he waited. And he gets it away. Good bit of goalkeeping in all honesty, that was. Ball flipped over the top here for Ayer to chase. Núñez tracking back. Brentford on the attack again. Cuts it back to Schade. Goes further, one back to Jensen. Plays it inside to Damsgaard. They're running rings round us. Schade dinks it into the back post and O'Reilly clears it to the edge of the area. Ayer keeps it alive. Yarmaloy. Ball in. Cleared by Gay. We're under the cosh here, man. We're under the cosh. Not sure what to do differently, really. It's just a case of, sometimes you have to hold your hands up and say Brentford are a good team. They're playing incredibly well. Incredibly well. And they've got a long throw in here. Coyote's going to launch this in. Haaland's back there, who's been defending the near post well most of this season. Long throw in. It's a terrible throw and it's cleared partially. It's pinball and it's bounced away. Lewis Potter out to Schade. Offside flag. Fucking hell, man. I'm going to sit cross-legged. See if that does anything. All it's done is made me slightly more uncomfortable. Semenyo now. Drive at him, mate. Hickey. One-on-one with Semenyo. Takes it off Semenyo very easily. Showed way too much of the ball to him, but Bernardo Silva steps in, intercepts it, keeps the ball alive for City. Back to Núñez. Semenyo. Back to Reinders. It's mad, this. Doku. To the byline, mate. Good one. Oh, no one's there at the back. It's a poor cross, to be fair. It's a poor cross. No one was there. Reinders keeps it alive, though. Prevents that going out for a throw-in. Gets it back to Núñez. Reinders has got an interesting role. I don't know whether it's just circumstantial that he's found himself on the right wing, but that's not what you would expect Rodri to be doing or Nico Gonzalez to be doing. So really, we're talking about Bernardo Silva being a single pivot as it stands right now, and that's not ideal. But here's Jeremy Doku, one-on-one with Coyote. He's rinsed him. And the ball back, the cutback's a good one. No one was there, though. Again, Manchester City getting to the byline. We've done it 2 or 3 times already in the opening 17 minutes. And it's just that ball being cut back, someone being alert, someone being ready, making a bit of an intuitive run. And we're not seeing it. It's exactly what we saw against Everton. Great flick to the byline. Nico O'Reilly crosses cleared. Edge of the area, Bernardo Silva. Travella, and he's whipped it wide. As soon as I saw Kelleher go like that, I'm like, it's going wide. That's going wide. Lovely bit of skill from Jeremy Doku to almost like a Cruyff turn pass to Nico O'Reilly. Goal kick to Brentford, though. It's the other way, mate. It's the other way. As soon as I started growing the beard, we started struggling a little bit. What's going on here? Free kick to City for some reason. I'll go and fish it out of the sink, shall I? I'll go and stick it on. I could just stay here, get the scissors out, cut them pubes off. Let's glue them on. Have a pube beard. Doku. Whips it in. Good ball, Haaland. Haaland's missed. Not the easiest chance, but a chance that you expect him to do a little bit better with. But I think that's Haaland's first touch of the game. I can't think of any moment that he's actually touched the ball yet. And I think that would have been his first touch, first shot, first goal, had it gone in the back of the net. But he's headed it quite wide there, really. But you can forgive him, really, because, I mean, fucking hell, man, the guy's not had a sniff all game so far. But Mark Gate has it taken off him by Igor Thiago, and Nunes does really well to keep that alive. And then Semenyo just sends it out for a throw into Brentford. But yeah, so far, the only threat from Manchester City is Jeremy Doku. Nico O'Reilly combo is in there as well. He rocks up to the party every now and again with Jeremy Doku. But outside of them two, there is little to no threat from Manchester City. Good, but Nico O'Reilly's tripped. Not sure it was a foul. He wants one, but I'm not sure it was a foul. It's one of those where you see the referees do it. Which referee did it? You know, the universal, or not the universal, the refereeing symbol for coming together. They go. It's good, that, isn't it? Have you seen Anthony Taylor do that? I think he's done it, and I think I've seen Michael Oliver. When you see like a tangle of legs, the referees just run up to the players and go like that. Oh shit, Shard is in. Nunes has slipped. Has he fouled him? Because if he has, it's a red card. Referee says no. That's a foul. And now they get an opportunity to look at this on VAR, because this is game over if Nunes has fouled him, and we'll have a look in a minute. Ball over the top. Nunes is chasing that. It's a foul. It's a red card. I think he's going for that. Or does he get the ball? I don't know, man. That's close. Oh, he gets the ball. Oh, fuck me. Just... We're talking like a whisker. A whisker. Speaking of whiskers. We get away with it. We get away with it. I mean, Nunes, you get a touch on it, it's brilliant defending. You don't, it's terrible. And it's a red card. The fine margins. And we've gotten away with it. Damsgaard shouldn't be a footballer, by the way. Doesn't he look like he should be a physicist? He should definitely be a scientist. Damsgaard. Ball, long ball, and Semenyo's back there doing a valuable bit of defending against Thiago, and in steps Bernardo Silva, who dinks one over to Nico O'Reilly so we can start marauding forward. Oh, I'll be honest with you though, the fact that Núñez got back is fantastic, but the defending to begin with to allow that ball to be dinked over his head, not so good. Not good at all. But here's Reinders, that's a corner ball to City. It feels more like Brentford are going to score next. It feels ominous the way we've been playing this game, and it does feel, like I said, like I described at the beginning of this stream, more open than I want. It's not quite a basketball match, but it's open enough to be, chances. And I thought that would suit us more, but here's Reinders and smashes it horribly wide. Do you reckon? I doubt it. I doubt you're a City fan if you think that, to be honest. I'm not sure that was a red card. I think he got a touch to it, to be honest. And in that situation, a touch is enough. You can't be sending him off for getting a touch on the ball. It's not like he wiped him out either. It was coming together. Coming together. Cobb says red. Really? Haaland with his second touch of the game. Nice little chest. It's anonymous at the minute, isn't he? And you can't really blame him for that. Haaland is going to be ghosting, according to everybody. But, I mean, come on, man. We're not creating anything. The guy just wants chances. They will argue, people who are calling him ghosting in this game, that they want to see him do more. And there is an element of that, because we've seen Thiago at the other end of the pitch is doing the same job as Haaland, waiting on chances. But he runs the channels, doesn't he? He runs the channels, but then there's more space to do that, because City commit so many men forward. We've seen Thiago going down the right wing a few times already, but speaking of going down the wing, here's Jeremy Doku into Cherki. Back to Mark Gay. Big up Christine. I thought that. There was like a tiny touch, man. A tiny little touch. Quite unintentional. But I'm more bothered about the defending that happened before it, really. Mark Gay and Núñez getting way too close to one another. In a situation where Núñez should have been backtracking, letting that ball either become Mark Gay's or follow the runner. And he kind of did neither. But here's Semenyo. Good ball dinked in. Haaland on target. There we go. There's a sighter. Getting the feelers out. Putting the feelers out. Putting his feelers out there. Good ball from Semenyo. Good run. Nice little cross. Good move from City. Best move of the game, really. For both teams, I would suggest. Really, there. Because that is a shot on target from a cross. And we've been crying out for that, man. Haaland's slowly coming to life. There wasn't enough pace on the cross for Haaland to direct that into a position that could be threatening for Kelleher. Good keeper, that Kelleher. He pulls off some big saves. He's quite good. He's quite a good goalkeeper. Big up Hannah. Good to see you, Hannah. Hope you're good. And thanks for telling everyone what to do. Do what Hannah says. Yeah, come on, people. And if you're interested in becoming a member, you can do that by clicking the pinned comment of the chat, and there is a link in there that will let you show your support for this channel even further. Nico O'Reilly, that's gone out, hasn't it? Is it in? Is it in? We're playing on? We're playing on! And Cherki keeps it alive. Jeremy Doku. Reinders. Into Núñez. No one outside of him. He turned and was like, where the fuck is Semenyo? Where is he? Where actually is he? He stood right next to Haaland. There he is. Like, what the fuck, man? Núñez was like, Semenyo, where have you gone, bro? And there's Doku. Nice look. Oh, Coyote. Corner ball. Another one. Do you like Coyote? He's struggling against Doku, but that's not really the fairest test. Is he giving a goal kick? Oh, he's giving a corner. He's woken up. Well done. Taken quickly as well. Jeremy Doku again. How many times have I said his name so far? To the byline. He's away. Jeremy Doku bearing down. Haaland smashed in. Poke it. Oh, and it's nearly scrambled in. It was a goalmouth scramble. Scrambled eggs. In the box. Doku, all about Jeremy Doku once again. Cuts it back. This time we see a bit of ingenuity. Haaland's run was good. Make Doku's job easier. Run. Move the defenders around. And that's exactly what Doku was crying out for in so many occasions earlier in this game. This time Haaland does it. He curves his run. Takes the defender away. He cuts it back and then Doku's pass is easy. He's like, all right, brilliant, you're there. I'll give it you. Haaland's shot on target. Couldn't quite get enough venom behind the shot. And it just starts bobbling around and then eventually Kelleher just collects it. But Jeremy Doku's on fire right now. And he's really the main threat for Manchester City. But here's a potential other one. And Semenyo's cross is blocked for another corner. Haaland at Dortmund was way better. Explain why. Really easy. Because of the teams they face were not defensive low blocks. I'd also argue the numbers at City are better than what they were at Dortmund, but then there's also a reason for that because the players he plays with are better than what he played with at Dortmund. But the space that he had at Dortmund was way more spacious. He had a lot more space at Dortmund, more grass to run into. Corner ball, Nathan Ake, he kept it alive. Poked half clear. Terrible. Terrible. Show some initiative, man. We've got it back, thankfully, but Cherki, Doku, and I think Bernardo Silva just all looking at each other. No, it wasn't Bernardo Silva. Here he is, but that's horrible. Smashes it into the away end, Bernardo Silva. But yeah, the point for City and Dortmund, two different leagues is the obvious point, but Dortmund face teams that come up the pitch higher. The pitch is played more in the midfield in the Bundesliga, whereas you tend to pick your lane in the Premier League. There tends to be low blocks and intense attacking football. And we're always the intense attacking football. Fucking about with it, and he's gotten away with it. But they've given it away, though. City can come again. Nico O'Reilly. But yeah, space is the reason. Space. That's the quick answer. More space at Dortmund than he has ever been afforded. He got the space. You know, think of his debut goal away at West Ham. Bernardo Silva. That sort of space with De Bruyne feeding that ball through. He was getting that. Oh, ball in from Reinders was nearly on the money for Semenyo, who did the whole. Oh, but then. Fucking hell, just rattled the whole desk there, like, Jesus Christ. My little Lego man that my son made me. That's me, apparently. Can you see me? Number 1, champion daddy. And I'm City Blue as well. Keep it there. Yeah, the goal away at West Ham, that's what he was doing week in, week out with Dortmund. How many times have you seen Haaland be given that amount of space? You know, and when he does get it, he'll punish you. The second goal away at Everton, the second that kickoff happened, it was unusual for Everton to be that high up the pitch, and it only happened because kickoff happened, and they were so high up the pitch. Kovacic realised there's space in behind, play it in, bang, Haaland 1-on-1 goal. That's why, for me, Micah. Big up, Micah. Hope you're good anyway, mate. But we don't get that space on a regular basis at City, unfortunately. But we've definitely upped the ante, haven't we? It's a much better game at the minute. The last 10 minutes were much better, aren't we? Much better. Yeah, we need to make it count. We need to make it count. Is that me? Or is that someone else? I hope it's me. I hope it's me. Too easy, that. A little dink from Cherki. Kelleher was having that all day long, but there has been a bit of a coming together. A together of coming. That didn't sound right. Shall we come together? Oh, fucking hell. That really was a coming together. They've proper came together, them two there. They proper came together. Lewis Potter and Kelleher, they've come together. A knee to the temple of Lewis Potter. That's what he said as well. He's only 8. And he was like, this is your knobhead trophy. Knobhead of the year. Oh, to Jonny Reinders. an interesting selection from Pep Guardiola. Why do players drink out the side of their mouths? Why do they do that? Can anyone explain to me why you drink a water bottle at the side of your mouth? Why would you do that? Why not just drink it straight in, tilt your head back, and just drink it? Sharda! Look at him, the nosy bastard! Southampton vibes, this is. Have you seen that? Southampton spying on Millwall. What the hell? Because Pep called a quick mini team talk then, while Lewis Potter was down. Is he getting fined? Fined. Or booked. Probably fined. Knowing the officiating in this country. But Kevin Sharda was like, just stood right, like Cole Palmer did. That was funny. To be fair to Cole Palmer, that was funny. When City were doing the huddle and Palmer came over and like started to like listen in. That was funny. But yeah, we've had a bit of a spy issue in the Championship, haven't we? Bloody Southampton sending a spy. That's mental. Like, we saw it already with Bielsa. Doku. Oh, he's giving it away. Not in a dangerous position, thankfully, but they sent a guy to spy on the Millwall tactics for their upcoming game, but they also sent him with a bag with spare clothes so he can change gear. I'm fully picturing like a fake moustache and everything, like, and then he's in a bush. Like, what the hell, man? And they've been charged. Like, what do you do in that situation? Do you dock them points? Do you fine them? Do you ban them from the playoffs or give Millwall a bye? I don't know what you do with that. It's a bit mental. Here's Jeremy Doku. Again, brilliant. Cherky, edge of the area, right in the middle. Little step over. Cherky's shot is blocked. Bernardo Silva picks up the loose pieces. 3 City players, Reinders, Doku and Nico O'Reilly all going, I'm over here! I'm over here! Give it me! Straight away they get, well, Reinders thinks about the shot. Oh, it took too long there, mate. I don't know, how long do you think you've got there, man? Doku. I love him. I love him. He slowed it down and you just wait for the explosion, don't you? I don't know how he jerks his body in such a quick way. The whole shimmy, shimmy, ya, shimmy, yam, a shimmy, yay. I don't know how he does it. It's still in. Corner ball. Brentford thought he went out, the ball to the byline. Nathan Ake looked like he just kept it in, but we're doing all right, Adrian. Hope you're good, mate. Hope your shift at work went well. We're doing okay. Not a great start, but here's a better outcome possibly. But no, you're not getting on the end of that. Bernardo Silva. Oh, Bernardo! What are you doing, man? He just swung his arm. He could go for that. He could go for that. Collins. Bernardo Silva on the arm, and he's just elbowed. He's just elbowed Collins. Thankfully, Collins didn't go, oh, like that. And that could save him. That could save him. Because it saved fucking what's-his-face, Gabriel, didn't it? Yellow card. What's Bernardo getting? Is that yellow for Bernardo? I presume it was a yellow. He's lucky. He's lucky there, Bernardo. That's an act of, well, violence. Like, he did that on his calf. Thankfully, like, it wasn't like upper body. He's got to be. How stupid do you want to be, man? For someone of his experience, I can't believe he's done that. He's gotten away with fucking murder there, man. What is he doing there, man? Unbelievable. It really is so stupid, that, innit? Like, can't believe that, man. What's he doing? Big up Darks. Because they aren't drinking it, just refresh and spit out. Oh, right. For the water bottle thing. Just to get the water in the mouth. Fair enough. But you don't need to... You can do that there. You can do it like this. Like that. You can just drink it like that. That's all you need to do. Just drink it like that. You don't need to do any sorry. But why? There's no need. Just put the water in your mouth. Ding. That's it. You don't need to like put it in your ear and eyeball Paul. It's a good film, that, wasn't it? Kevin and Perry. I want to watch it. I want to watch it right now. I might watch it tonight. I might actually watch it tonight. Kevin and Perry, Go Large. Great movie. Who's seen it? It's a great movie. It's funny. Straight, like, absolute British humour at its best for me, that. Cheers, everybody. Drowning my sorrows as the title race slips away. 0-0 currently, as it stands. They're loving this ref cam at the minute. That's like the 4th time we've seen the referee's view. Fuck that, haven't I? Jesus Christ, look at that. Free kick to City in a very favourable position. Enough distance to get it over the wall and back under the bar. And it's Cherki or Semenyo to take this. Semenyo, I would assume, is going to go for power. Cherki's going to go for a little bit of finesse. 2 right footers are the... It looks like Cherki's going to be the one to take it, though. And it is. A great block by Haaland. Fantastic block by the big Norwegian. But here's Doku keeping it alive. Is that a deflection again? Is it another corner for Manchester City? How many corners we had, man? It's got to be like... I'm going to go for 7. I reckon that was 7th corner. Semenyo's dribbling. What do you make of it? It's always been unorthodox. When he gets it right, it looks all right, doesn't it? It looks good. But I swear, so many times he's like chasing his own bad touch. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, I've overran it, but I'm quick enough to get there. You know what I mean? And he does get there, and it's like, well, maybe not have a bad touch. And then maybe it won't be so hard for you for the next touch. Because your first touch dictates your second touch. Your bad first touch, you're going to have a bad second touch, whether you like it or not. He does need to up his game a little bit in the... but here he is. Because he's a power dribbler, isn't he? And that's a foul. Or a goal kick. Collins has gone down again. A bit of a delayed reaction for Bernardo Silva's Kung Fu Karate Chop. Fuck off. Oh, fuck off, Collins, said Bernardo Silva. Yellow card. Can't believe that, man. Dark, to be honest, it's sort of a sports thing. I used to do it. Did you? Have you been... Sorry, Darks, have I massively offended you? It's a looking cool thing. That's what it is. You thought you looked cool. That's what it was. You were like a hamster out of that little metal tube. Like that. But anyway, big up Darks. Next time, keep it straight. Doku to the byline, cuts it back, and no one there again, man. The ball is good. The run is good. Doku has just been by far and away the best player on the pitch. By a country mile, Jeremy Doku, once again. I think Bernardo Silva's just had a little dose of karma. Because I think he's just been winded by a ball to the gut. Here he is, Jeremy Doku. I need to rewind that because I missed what it said. But he was like first in everything. Chances created. First, Jeremy Doku. 4 chances created. Touches in opposition box. 9 for Jeremy Doku. The most on the pitch. So he's first in that. And what's the other one saying? Touches. In total, number of touches. 42. Jeremy Doku, the most on the pitch. So literally as I was saying, he is the best player on the pitch by a country mile. I couldn't have been further backed up by those stats. And Gay goes down. Does he get that free kick? Wow. We're getting a few decisions going our way here. Welsh Wing's not happy about it. How's that rat not been sent off, he says. I'd be willing to enter a conversation with you if you hadn't called him a rat. But, yes, perfectly good, legitimate yellow card. What, have you never elbowed anybody on a football pitch and gotten away with it? It's perfectly normal. That's a very normal thing to do. Hey, should we call it even? Considering Gabriel shouldn't even be playing the next few games, or the previous 2, and then the next one. He should have been red carded for his little headbutt on Haaland. So, do you know what I mean? Kettle and pot and black and that phrase, whatever that is. He won the ball. And Nico O'Reilly nearly caused a few problems there for Brentford, but it was cleared. But anyway, Welsh Wing, I know you're actually quite a respectful Arsenal fan. There's quite It's quite a rare thing, really, to find a respectable Arsenal fan. We've had a few in the chat, actually. Big up Darks. Totally unnecessary, as you said. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is totally unnecessary. Just like, yeah, just hook yourself up to one of those IVs instead if you just like, you want a flashy way to get fluid into your system. Just like, carry around one of those hospital things. That'll get fluid in there in a bit more of a flashy way. Just drink a fucking water, mate. It's just like, drink it. Anyway, big up Darks, man. Appreciate you. Lovely from Nunes. Great ball into Reinders. We're away. Brentford tracking back. Edge of the area. He's thinking about the shot. Takes the shot. It was never on, mate. There wasn't really a pass on, in fairness. Semenyo either. The same thing. Forcing it. Reinders forces it. And I can understand Reinders because the pass wasn't on for him. There was no one really to give it to there. And he takes the shot. It was blocked. And then Semenyo gets it back. And you would have thought he would have composed himself. But he takes a rash effort and just shoots at a sea of red and white shirts. It was always getting blocked at. Oh, Jonny, good to see you, mate. Give Savinho a run. If you could blend Semenyo's goal output, like goal output and assist output. By the way, Semenyo, who's gone 6 Premier League games without a goal or an assist, by the way. I think it's 6, might be 5. That's not... That's the worst time to lose form in a title race. You know, it couldn't be worse timing. But let's not forget what he has done. Oh, Donnarumma, why are you coming out? Fucking hell, man. It's sorted. We're away. We've got the ball and it's all good. But this guy, man, he's living dangerously at the minute. What's happened to him? The first half of the season, Donnarumma was impeccable. He was impeccable. He was near perfect as you can get as a goalkeeper. With minimal mistakes. Even his passing was crisp. Nothing wrong with it. He kept it simple. Nothing outrageous. But the mistakes, or the nearly mistakes, the moments of, and getting away with it again. But here we go. Ball in. Will someone please get on the end of one of these Jeremy Doku crosses? For fuck's sake, man. Cleared again. 2 minutes of injury time. Free kick to Brentford on the edge of their own box. And they take it quickly. Are you going to be running back, Nunes, or are you going to keep complaining? I don't know, because we're still looking at Nunes' face. So I imagine they've stopped them taking it quickly, which I'm pleased with. Big up Sia. Savinho for Semenyo, second half. Face slap emoji. I know what that means. That face slap emoji, it makes sense. Because it's like, really? Are we here? Like, and I don't think the suggestion's terrible. Because, I don't know, Semenyo's not playing terribly. I just feel like, I don't know. There's a danger for Semenyo. The opposition, a danger to them, a danger to Brentford, because he's good in front of goal. He is a danger. He scores goals, and I know he hasn't done recently, but we can't be turning to Savinho for goals. You know, assists. I think he's got that. He's creative enough. He gets to the byline. His crossing is normally very good. He beats fullbacks like they're children. You know what I mean? Like he's a man and they're like an 8-year-old. Like he beats them like that. Not too dissimilar. Not as good as Doku, but you know, he beats them very, very easily. Semenyo's getting past Hickey, but there's only really been one cross, and it was right onto the head of Erling Haaland, and couldn't turn it into a Manchester City lead. But yeah, I do want to see a bit more from Semenyo, but I don't think half-time would be Savinho straight away. I'm sticking with Semenyo for a bit, just a little bit. And I know a lot of people want to see the change instantly, but I don't think Pep does that. You know, I don't think he makes those changes at half-time aggressively like that. But here, can we get a goal before half-time? Cherky just trying to weave his way through that Brentford defence. And there goes the half-time whistle. An underwhelming first half that grew a little bit as it moved. You know, as the game moved on, as half-time grew closer, those final 15 minutes, we became the best team on the pitch. But those first opening stages, in particular that first 20 minutes, I felt like Brentford were looking the more likely team to get the opener. Thank God they didn't, because we're still in with a fighting chance of this Premier League title. But right now, we are, living dangerously. There's been mistakes from Donnarumma that have gone unpunished. Nunes, that one at the end with the coming out, and Nunes, that's Nunes' ball all day long. Stay on your fucking line, man. Why are you coming out for that? No need to come out for that whatsoever. Nunes had that ball under control. But Donnarumma has lived a little bit dangerously. It remains 0-0. The best chance of the game was probably Haaland's, where he headed it goal-bound and saved by Kelleher. That was the best move of the game, which is telling the truth, really, that there isn't enough potency from Manchester City in that first half. And Jeremy Doku is just single-handedly, at the minute, making sure we can say we're in a title race. He did it against Everton. He's doing it again in this first half against Brentford. I can't wait for Jeremy Doku next season. I can't wait to see what he becomes, because this is a sign of patience. Jeremy Doku encapsulates why we should be patient with Savinho and Semenyo and Gay, because Doku would pop up with games and do brilliantly and then go missing for 3 or 4 games 2 years ago. A year later, those irregularities, the lack of consistency wasn't as inconsistent. The consistency was a little bit more consistent. Still got blotches on his record last season. This season, the consistency's skyrocketed. Absolutely skyrocketed. And I'd still argue I want more. I want more from Doku. And I genuinely believe we'll get more next season. But that's the point. We signed him in 2023 at the end of the treble-winning season. That's how long he's actually been here for quite some time. And now he's finding his feet. So we need to show the other players that have just been here for 10 minutes that same level of understanding and patience for me. Because, we are quick. We are quick and fickle. And I understand it. Because it's tempting to just go, right, I'm done. You missed the one-on-one. Gay, you made a mistake against Everton. Right, done with you. Don't want to see you ever again. I get it. It's frustrating, man. But these players are capable players. And Gay's been brilliant as a signing. Semenyo's been brilliant. Recently, less so, obviously. But as a signing, he's been very good, man. He's delivered. And, so many goals from him in big games as well. Big up Darks. Doku keeps doing good, putting the ball right in front of Brentford goal and no City players to hit it. What is going on? Yeah, the amount of times that ball has been cut back to the penalty spot is astounding. And the space that's there, it's like the run is good. The ability from Doku, as always, fantastic. Almost unplayable. You can't stop the guy. The cutback is good. That is where you want it. You want one player. It smacks of İlkay Gundogan or Frank Lampard just arriving late. And for me, if it's not Haaland who's decided to check his run, stop, hold your run, let the defenders keep moving. We've seen Haaland do that. We saw him do it a little bit for the winner against Arsenal. It was a bit of a checked run and he ended up with that battle with Gabriel. It wasn't quite as cut back as that. It was a little bit parallel to the 6-yard box. It wasn't quite a cutback, more of a cross, that one. But it was still that, that thought process of check your run, stop, and wait for it a little bit. But I'd argue Reinders should be popping up in those little pockets, man. Get on the edge of the box. When Doku's there, get on the fucking edge of the box, man. And then wait for that cutback and you're stepping onto it. Rather than having to go back and trying to cut it back, you can step onto it. You can meet the fucking thing. Meet the ball. And no one's there. And it's been easy to defend when it's been crossed in because the runs have been a letdown, not Doku. The crosses have been good. The ability to get to the byline is unquestionably good as well. Big up Fighter Cats. What did Semenyo do for the last 5 games? Very little. Very little. The effort's always been good. I'll never question the effort from Semenyo. I do think he applies himself incredibly well. He's strong and he tries to beat the fullback. But in terms of output, yeah, you're right. Nothing, really. In terms of goals and assists, nothing. But still, 0-0. Need to stop. Have I stopped the clock? Did I remember? I don't even remember doing that. But I did it. 45. Yep. Sorted. But yeah, I mean, there's a hell of a lot of work still to do here, man. I missed Gary. Gary, big up Gary. Blows my mind. Perry's actually a woman in it. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about... I was like, what the hell? Sorry, Gary. I missed your super chat, mate. Kevin and Perry. I know. It took me a while. When I was a kid, when I first watched it, I wasn't a kid, but I mean, to be fair, teenagers. In my mind, I do consider a teenager to be still a kid. But, yeah, I remember it thinking, there's no way that's a fucking woman. Like, very good impression of a man. Don't know whether that's a compliment or not. But yeah, big up Gary. I well want to watch that now. It's a good movie. Raymad, Reinders, Semenyo off, Kovacic, Savinho on in the second half. It's not an illogical suggestion. It's not illogical. The issue for Kovacic is bigger than Savinho, though, because I think Kovacic legs is the issue. Where if we lose the ball, we do not have any midfield mobility to cover the ground, to get across with the counter press, or at least get across to prevent the transition, which is kind of the same thing. So that's the only issue for Kovacic. But if we dominate the ball, have more of the ball, then yes, I want Kovacic on the pitch more so than Reinders, because Kovacic has got that little pass, that little visionary, isn't he? He's brilliant. He fires them balls in quick as well. He's a dream for Haaland. We saw that against Everton. And it's not illogical. I just feel like it's not going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen at half-time, but it's 60th minute, maybe 70th. Yeah. It probably needs to be earlier than the 70th if we're still at 0-0, but it depends on what happens in the opening stages of the second half. Yeah, I've already seen you, Fighter Cat. Big up to you, and big up to DS Ford. Why can't he find the striker? Who's at fault? It doesn't have to find the striker. He has to find a City player. That's the issue for me. Haaland is always in those situations where the Brentford are as deep as they are, surrounded by two centre backs. More often than not, it can be three. It's not the striker's fault to get on the end of it when a cross is cut back. You want a late run from a midfielder. That's what you want. Haaland's the decoy. Haaland's occupying the thinking of all of the other defenders, because it's like, we can't let Haaland get on the end of this tap in because that's going to be a guaranteed goal. So they mark him. And they mark him with everything they've bloody got, like literally in terms of personnel. They mark him with all of their team. And therefore there's someone free who should be arriving late. Show some initiative from Reinders or even Bernardo Silva or Cherky. Where are those three players that are arguably the spine of our midfield? Bernardo Silva, Reinders and Cherky. They are the epicentre of Manchester City's midfield in this game. None of them have shown the initiative to get on the end of a Doku cutback. Doku's cutback is as good as it could possibly be in those situations. He's getting to the byline. He's got one choice. He either fires it as hard as he can into a sea of legs and hopes it takes a deflection in the net and get an own goal or a lucky deflection into the net. That's option A, and that's less favourable to a cutback where a City player should be. We should have a City player, one, arriving late on the edge of the area to mop it up for any cutbacks, or even if it goes into the middle and breaks out to the edge of the area. We've not seen anybody there. And if I'm Pep, I'm not bollocking Doku for the crosses. I'm bollocking the players for not getting on the end of them in this game. 100%. That's Gundo, and we be 4-0 up by now. Yeah, 100%, Darks. Appreciate the 19 months membership, by the way, DS4. Just clocked that. Unbelievable support. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, Darks, 100%. And yes, 100%, that's where Reinders should be. I completely concur, mate. I think it's just... It became obvious as the game went on. You understand maybe one moment you couldn't quite get there, the circumstances you ended up on that side of the pitch or that side, whatever. You might not be able to get there once, fine. But how many times did that happen? We're talking 3 or 4 at least, where it was like, learn your lesson and learn it quicker than you're learning it right now. Because Pep's obviously teaching them. He must be teaching it him in the dugout right now, in the changing room, saying, like, get on the end of these crosses. Do everything you can, man. And big up Welsh win. Yeah, totally agree. Gabriel should have been off. Plus, love your content. Don't mind City. Much prefer we bottle to you than United or Liverpool. Just don't like Silver. But big up to you and good luck. Thanks, Welsh Wing, mate. Appreciate it. That takes a lot, because I've given Arsenal a lot of shit. I give Arsenal a lot of shit. And then you come along and be all nice. And then I'm like, oh, I feel a bit guilty now. But then, all it takes, man, I'll walk away, I'll go on my phone, and I'll hear the opinion of one Arsenal fan, and I'm like, I'm right back, I'm locked in. My hatred is locked back in. Because I'm like, fucking Arsenal fans, man. Fucking hate them. But it's because you're challenging, mate. That's literally it. If you were third or fourth, I wouldn't give a shit about you. That's the facts of the matter. If it was Liverpool we were challenging right now, I would be hating on them. If it was United, I'd be hating on them. It's whoever is challenging for the title. Right, going for a P. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't done so already. We've got 2,000 watching. Big up to everyone that's tuned in. I appreciate you. See if we can get to 800 before I finish my P. I'll be back in a minute. Another beer. Pretty sure I don't need that. But I've got mini cheddars, like 2 left. Oh, it's broke. Oh, it's gone to shit. Look at that. It's all in bits. You know. Mini cheddars. Pretty good mini cheddars. What we're going to do in the second half, man, because we need to up the game big time. Semenyo off, Foden in, says P10. Gavi. It is mad how Foden doesn't even enter most of the thought processes for who to bring on. That's the first. I mean, I'm sure someone else has probably said it and I've just missed it. But there has been way more suggestions of Savinho in the chat than Foden. And I don't think that's wrong. Because I just think Savinho this season, you know, has he offered more than Foden? Has he? Foden had a spell. We had a spell at the beginning. Big up Blue Moons fans. Big up Big M. Big up Isa. All the familiar names that I love to see. And Izan as well. Hope you're good as well, mate. And Iomide wants to see a Doku brace. And I mean, the way he's been playing, there's a very realistic possibility of that happening, man. Very realistic. I've got mini cheddar stuck in my teeth, so... I hate that bit when you get a bit stuck in your tooth. Don't Singing says, who will win? City. But, like I said in the preview, this was never going to be a game for the goal difference. This was going to be a game for just get the job done. 3 points. But 45 minutes for Manchester City to save their chances of a title race. If it remains as it stands, I can't see Arsenal winning the league. Oh, I also wanted to talk about the... because I've been really... That's a great ball. Nico O'Reilly's in early. Oh, it's just a bit overhit. But the idea was brilliant, man. Really good straight away. How instantaneous was that from Nico O'Reilly and Doku? But I've been very much planting the whole idea of Palace being a threat to Arsenal on the last day of the season. I knew Palace were in a very good, realistic possible chance of winning... Or getting to the UEFA Conference. Fucking hell, Donnarumma. It was composed, to be fair, and a little ding. But I didn't realise the conference final is 3 days after the Premier League finishes. 3 days. So Palace have got 2 days rest before their biggest game, like, arguably ever. Maybe the second biggest, if you want to call the FA Cup win against us their biggest game ever. They're going to rest everybody. And obviously, I've known this for a few days, but at the time when I was saying it last week, I didn't realise how close... Cherky's dragged it wide. I didn't realise how close the conference final was to the last day of the season. So basically, we are kind of hanging on for a West Ham miracle tomorrow. Because if they beat West Ham... The final 2 games are at home to an already relegated Burnley and the Crystal Palace reserves. Basically, that's what they're going up against to win the Premier League. So talk about rolling out the red carpet for them, man. Fuck's sake. It's made as easy as that, innit? But it is what it is. We're playing Villa last day of the season, so we can't really argue because they've also got a Europa League final that they're... Got away with that one as well, but the pass was awkward for Nico O'Reilly and he nearly lost it. So we've got the similar situation. When's the Europa League final? I don't know. Pretty sure it's a few days after. It's before. What? It says here that they're 20th of May. Am I getting the dates right here? Oh, that's not good, is it? So even then, we've got a chance here. Cherky, little step over, slows it down to the byline. Oh, it's overhit. Just trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Yeah, the Europa League finals before the last day of the Premier League season. So they're most likely going to turn up to the Etihad in full-blown party mode, full of confidence, and they don't need to rest anybody because they will have already played the game that they were worried about. So it is everything has gone Arsenal's way this year, man, hasn't it? It really has. It really has. Everything has gone their way. The little details. And we've had things go our way, but I swear, man, we've only got ourselves to blame, though, with the points that we've been dropping over the course of the season. How many times have Arsenal given us a chance to get back in this title race, and we've just squandered it? And that's a foul on Coyote there from Nico O'Reilly. Gifting a membership per City goal. Let's go, City. Well, you're going to be keeping your money if things keep going as they are. You're going to keep a bit of money there, Darks. Hope you're good, mate. Peer will be watching. I hope he is, anyway. Peer always rocks up with a membership for every goal. Big up Peer. And big up Darks as well. And big up Christine, who's bigging you up. A true blue legend, gifted memberships. Absolutely. Thank you very much to both of you. Free kick just beyond the halfway line, taken quickly by Brentford. It's worked well. It's worked even better than that, and Donnarumma's going to collect that. Thankfully, Ayer just couldn't quite get on the end of it, but a well-worked free kick, and then Donnarumma just bowls it out to a Brentford player. And we've got the ball just. Cherky collects it, thankfully, but he's having a bad game, Donnarumma, at the minute. It's not even a bad game, it's just so unconvincing. And that's the best way to describe Donnarumma so far. Because he's not done anything costly, because it's still 0-0. Here we go. Cherky onto his left foot. Too much, mate. Too much. Too much, Cherky. He's not having a great game either, Cherky. He's offering very little. He's not doing enough for me, Cherky. I'd argue the whole performance is just like way below the standards that are required to go and win this league. And you play like this. You play like you did in the second half against Everton. You play like that against Nottingham Forest at home, West Ham away. The performances, you don't deserve to win the league with performances like this. It's frustrating. To the byline, Thiago. Mark Gay just slows him down. Works his way out of the penalty area. Yarmolenko. Back to Lewis Potter. Lewis Potter. And Damsgaard, the scientist. Yeah, that's the perspective, isn't it? That's the perspective. 100%, Christine. That is the perspective we need to maintain and recognise the journey that we're on. Brilliant from Nathan Ake. Has he won a free kick? He has won a free kick. Absolutely brilliant. Once again from Nathan Ake. Once again. Patience. You're absolutely right, Christine, in what you're saying, because this is a rebuild season. And I hate to say it, but Arsenal are an example of why patience can be worth it. Because they've stuck with Mikel Arteta. They didn't bail on him after finishing second after second after second place, constantly finishing behind Manchester City or someone else. Didn't really matter in the end, did it? Because even Liverpool finished above them. When it was their year, Liverpool won it. And they've stuck with him. And they may get their rewards. They may. But hey, there's still plenty of time to go for this Manchester City side. One goal. One puts us in the lead. 3 points. It's not over, man. It's not over. But I must admit, this performance it's underwhelming. There's almost like a visible lack of belief from some of these players out there today that they think it's over as well. And they know that miracles are required from West Ham, but I mean, there's only really Doku that you can point at and go, you are absolutely on fire, mate. The rest of them have been below the standards that they've been setting themselves this season. You know, they've been playing better than this season. It's a shame. I hope you're right, Echoes. Brentford are the better side so far in this opening stages of the second half. But City have got it back. I wouldn't say they're the better. It's 50-50 really, this game at the minute. But the first half, became all about City. We started to dominate that game in the last 15 minutes of the first half. But these opening 8 minutes are a bit 50-50 at the minute. City coming forward. Semenyo. 1-on-1 with, 1-on-2 now. Damsgaard gets back. Nunes tries to help him out. Semenyo onto his left foot. Smashes it over the bar. Over the bar. I mean, it's not even close, is it? Semenyo drew a face from Pep Guardiola that we've seen before, but then he goes, because the effort was there. The fact that you're trying it, fair enough, but the execution was horrible, wasn't it? Coyote coming forward for Brentford, fed through. Here we go. Thiago, get closer to him. Big save from Donnarumma, and Gay clears it. That was the title race right there. Right there. Talk about skinny your teeth stuff. Donnarumma makes a save. In all honesty, you expect him to make that save. because I don't think Thiago quite connected with that as well as he would have wanted to, and he certainly didn't put it in the corner. It's awkward for Donnarumma because it's right underneath him. The big frame that he's got drops quickly, gets down and blocks it. A save is a save, nonetheless. And it was a decent enough save, but one you expect someone of Donnarumma's ability to be making. And Mark Gay clears it for a corner, but we're living dangerously. We're living dangerously at the minute. Corner ball to Brentford. Hannah's had enough. She's on the edge. Yeah, me too, mate. 100%. Big up, Andy. Big save that was. We need another one maybe in a minute. Cleared by Nico O'Reilly, and Cherky volleys it clear with his left foot, which nobody knows whether it's his favourite or not. Control by Bernardo Silva was good. Really good. He's holding that ball on the line. Too much. Jensen's. Don't chase that, Donnarumma. Get across. And Thiago, I thought Donnarumma was going to keep running after it then. Thiago's kept it alive and he's coming back into the penalty area. Cuts it back. Lewis Potter. Little feint. Left foot dink. Over everybody. Poor from Lewis Potter. Wants to go back to Hogwarts and see if he can figure out what to do next. Big up coolest Zeb. Foden's our second highest goal scorer. He has offered more than Savinho. Not saying he's not out of form. He absolutely is. But people have underestimated his condition this season. He was good until Jan. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's why I stopped him, why I was saying like Savinho's done more. But then I thought, actually, has he? I think recency bias was creeping into my thinking then. And you're absolutely right. The recent thinking is Foden's been poor. And like you said, he has been poor. But yeah, at the beginning of the season, there was real glimpses of quality from Phil Foden. And speaking of, he's coming on the pitch right now. So there you go. He's coming on alongside Omar Marmoush. Free kick to Brentford. This stinks of 1-0 Brentford, this does, doesn't it, this game? It stinks of 1-0 Brentford. Arsenal win the league. Bullshit, this does. Come on, City. Damsgaard, is he onside? No, I think the back of his skull was offside there. Is that true, Ryan? What do you mean in terms of like impact? Is that like a real thing? Doku driving inward now. Right in the middle of the pitch. Jeremy Doku is just great watch, isn't he? So our substitutes have made the least impact out of all of the substitutes in the Premier League. Here we go. We might not need one in a minute because Cherky's in the penalty area. Dancing footwork, cuts it in and it's cleared by Hickey. Semenyo thought about the shot. Thought against it into Doku. Doku's left foot. Good ball. Great ball. Nico O'Reilly. Why didn't you take it with you, mate? He almost killed the momentum by stopping it. Oh, my God. Ake got away with one there. He tried to, like, hook it back. Running towards Donnarumma. He tried to hook it back and ends up hooking it into the chest of Thiago. And thankfully, it cannons off him and goes all the way through to Donnarumma. But I thought Thiago was going to get on the end of that then. Wouldn't it be great, Andy? Wouldn't it be great to see a Foden winner? You know, it really would. I would love it. I would love it. Corner ball to City as well. Are the substitutes going to be made? Big up to everyone that's hit the like button already. We've got 800 likes or so on the stream. Please hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Massively helps the channel. We're nearly at 1,000 likes as well, which would be fantastic if we could reach that before the end of the game. On comes Marmoush and Foden for Reinders and Cherky. Interesting. And I'm not against it, really. I'm not against it because I don't think Cherky is offered anywhere near enough in this game. Doku's won it back brilliantly. And Doku! Jeremy Doku! The only right now that's worth praising. The only player on the pitch, and he's fucking rifled one. Top bins. Jeremy Doku, take a bow. Take a bow, son, because what a fucking player you're turning out to be. I cannot wait for next season. I can't wait for Jeremy Doku. He's unreal, man. If you add output to the ability that we've seen from day dot, we have seen your ability. If you add output to this, the output that you've already delivered this season's great. You can add more to it, mate. Next season, you're going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable. It was actually a bad pass from Jeremy Doku, and he just wins it back anyway. And then he just thinks, fuck this. I'm just going to smash it top corner. And he does exactly that. He's a brilliant player, isn't he, man? What a baller. What a baller. Do you know what's so frustrating? Pep would never have made those substitutions if that had gone in. I bet you, if you asked Pep, honestly, right now, he would wish that he could put Reinders and Cherky back on the pitch. I guarantee you. Because Foden and Marmoush were there for the impetus. They were there for the goals. They were there to try and do something different. It was a case of the season slipping away, Pep. You got to do something. And he did something. And now, we haven't got players to control the game on the pitch. I'm thinking Kovacic needs to come on this pitch almost immediately. Like, who for, though? I don't know who for. And you can't be taking Foden off, because that would bury him. It would bury him. You can't take him off now. So, how do you get Kovacic on this pitch? That's my first thinking now, is how do you get Kovacic on this pitch now? You take Semenyo off, put Foden out wide, probably, and drop Kovacic a little bit deeper. It's probably my only thinking. Long throw-in. But fuck, man. What a goal from Jeremy Doku. We've got some defending to do, because they're going to equalise in a minute if we're not fucking careful. Donnarumma, make it yours. Thank you. Well done. He's kneed Sharda in the back as well. Knew what he was doing there. Big up Darks. Bro, the same exact goal twice at Everton and here. Yeah, he's brilliant, man. Not only is he scoring goals, he's scoring bangers. Like, absolute screamers. Like, the goal at Liverpool at the Etihad earlier this season was unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's got this whip technique that's come out of nowhere, really. That's not a foul. That's just unfortunate. The keeper's got to jump with his knee a little bit. Yeah, he's gone right in the bottom of the spine, man, of Sharda. Don't think he meant it, but it's more of like a protective knee, isn't it? Jeremy Doku, man. Jeremy. He's a baller, man. We might not win the league this year, but you keep that guy fit. Next season, Doku. I can't wait for next season, Jeremy Doku. I do have an opinion on the celebrations after the Everton game. That's fine, man. By all means, celebrate however you want. I don't agree with the shushing at 3-3. I didn't agree with that. Because it's like, just get the ball, mate. See if we can get a winner. There was no time for it. But ball across. Kelleher collects. It wasn't even the arrogance of it. It was like, it's 3-3. That was the main issue for me. It was very much... And he deserves it, because why not promote yourself? In this day and age, there is an element of self-promotion that's required in football. That players, there are some players that are just out-and-out teamsters, and dribblers and wingers and goal scorers. They tend to be a little bit more selfish, a little bit more self-centered in their career thinking. And I get that, because why wouldn't you be? And that's what that celebration was. That was like, hey world, look at me. I'm Jeremy Doku. And why wouldn't you look at Jeremy Doku right now? Because he's fucking unbelievable. I just wanted it to be a little bit... show some appreciation for the situation, for the circumstances. It's 3-3. You know what I mean? Like, we're almost out of the title race, man. Why are we doing this? But anyway, that was my only critique of Doku. And that was even in Everton. This, celebrate however you want, mate. Do whatever you want, because you deserve it. With a goal like that, you deserve to do whatever you want. Go and snog, Pep. Snog. I haven't said that word in years. Snog. There'll be people who are like, what the fuck does snog mean? I bet you there's loads of people that don't know what snog means. Snog. It's a good word, that, isn't it? Keep saying it. Snog. It's a weird one. Big up Darks for the membership. I appreciate it, mate. You promised and you delivered. Buzzing, man. Buzzing. Yeah. That's fair. I think that's a fair comment, Jonny. I think that's fair and reasonable. Imagine walking into that. Yo, I'm late, and I'm going, snog. Snog. What happened? What happened? Snog. That was a high school word, man. Fancy a snog. There used to be this like under 18 disco that I used to go to. Under 18, the place was called The Lizard. And I used to go there and just go up to girls and say, fancy a snog. And you'd be surprised how easy it was. Like, back in the day. Back in the day. Nowadays, I've got a missus, so can't be doing that. Especially at under 18 discos. That would be wrong. That would be weird. That would be get on the old dog and bone. Because Johnny's a nonce. Oh. Like Gary Neville and Paul Scholes. That was so bad, wasn't it? They scored in the last minute in a derby. And then we had to watch those two people kissing each other. Could it get any worse? Paul Scholes and Gary Neville. What was Gary Neville doing? Why is that not brought up on a regular basis, by the way? Oh, we're in! We've bobbled it! Foden! He's got to bury that. He's got to bury that, man. Yeah, I've lost my head. But Phil Foden's got to be burying that. He bundled his way through there, really, didn't he? It was a bit of a pinball situation in the 18-yard box. It found its way, fortunately, to Phil Foden. One touch later, he's hitting it straight at Kelleher, either side of him, and it's a goal, and it's 3 points. At this stage in the game, you would think, even then, I'm not sure. But at the minute, the game is still, on a knife edge, because one attack from Brentford. That's a foul. That's a foul. Well done, referee. Nunes does well there. Does really well. Really, the only counter-attacking or the antidote to a counter-attack we've got on the pitch in Matheus Nunes. I thought, by the way, can we just talk about Ake? Because I think he's had a really good game. There's been some moments from Ake in this game that have been really, really important. Especially in the transitions where Brentford have come forward with space. And Ake's dealt with it really well. Really, really well. So I'm really pleased. And I've been saying it for so long, man. I never have a problem. When I see Ake start, the only issue is a bit of pace. He's not the quickest, is he? He's not the quickest. But you don't need to be that quick when you're as intelligent as Nathan Ake, because he positions himself in such fantastic positions that he can get there first anyway. And he's really good. That's not a foul. That was a shoulder to shoulder. Dango, who's on the pitch, didn't notice that, but shoulder to shoulder there. Doku, yeah, it's a foul. It's not really shoulder to shoulder. It's more like elbow to jawbone. It's not. Tell you what, though, if you're an Arsenal fan, you'd be making lots and lots of content about how was Bernardo Silva not sent off in the first half? How was that possible? The PGMOL, Manchester City, they're corrupt. They're corrupt, That's what they'll be doing. That's the next step for the Arsenal fans, no doubt. Because it's not like Gabriel should have been sent off or anything, is it? Like 3 times this season. I'm pretty sure didn't he punch someone in the face? Like he punched a Spurs player from that corner that came in. And it was just a joke, man. How many times that he's been so violent in the box. And he gets away with murder, Gabriel. Oh, Haaland! You should be getting that, man. You should be intercepting that. There was a little moment before where Haaland had the ball fed to him by Bernardo Silva, and he was doing his best to hold off Ayer, and he nearly did. And an outstretched boot from Ayer just took it away from Haaland, because if he didn't, Haaland was away. But Brentford now know the situation that they need to start coming out of their shape. There isn't really been that defensive from the beginning of the game, in fairness to them. It's not like they've been playing a low block. They are going to have to come out even more now, and that makes for an interesting game for the last 20 minutes, because I think this could go either way, really, if Brentford start attacking with a bit more purpose, because they've shown they can create. They've already done that with half chances, really, but the opportunities that will be shown behind them when they come forward, hopefully City can go and get that second goal and kill the game off. But do you think now, if we scored a goal right now, do you trust them to see the game out at 2-0 with 20 minutes to go? Brentford are in. That's a push. That's a push. That's a push. That's a push. The referee says no. VAR are going to look at that. Oh, fucking hell. And Nunes has gotten away with one again. Oh, was he offside? Was he offside? Because we might not even need to go to the... No, it's not enough from Nunes. There's not enough in it for it to actually be a penalty for me. Let's have another look. But was he even in an onside position to begin with, Thiago? Because this could be going to the penalty spot. Big up Micah. May or may not agree with me, but Foden is never going to be as good as he was. Success has got the better of him. We might as well move on from him. Yeah, I don't agree with you, mate. I don't think that's a foul on him, though. It's really... No, it's not. There's not enough. There's no way is that enough of it. Yeah, we're playing on. Fucking 2, right? Play on. Get on with the fucking game. Doku tried to pass it to Semenyo. Doku seems to pass it, give it away, and just gets it back immediately. That's literally how he scored his goal. He gave it away and like, fuck, I'll go and get it then. I'll go and get it. Don't worry, everybody. I'll do it. Here's Jeremy Doku. Oh, and he nearly scores a second, just as I'm saying Jeremy Doku does everything. Perfect timing that would have been. What would we be doing without Jeremy Doku at this stage of the season? Because he's been absolutely unbelievable in these last 2 games. Unbelievable. The issue with that super chat for me, Micah, is we don't know what Phil Foden's personal circumstances are. And the fact that the club have shown enough trust... Hang on a minute, corner ball in, cleared, well, up in the air. Not cleared, partially cleared, edge of the area now, Bernardo Silva. He's not had a great game either. Bernardo Silva, he's struggled. Do you know, if I'm an Arsenal fan, that's the biggest one I'm complaining about. The biggest is the Bernardo Silva elbow. 100%. Because that's, for me, I'm like, you can't do that and connect. And he got away with it because Collins didn't react. But yeah, anyway, Foden, we don't know what his personal circumstances are. So if he's got a situation that's bothering him in life, and I mean, who in the chat has never had a personal situation that's like hindered their everyday ability to just be productive? Do you know what I mean? It happens, man. It happens. That's a yellow card for Nico O'Reilly. Really good. Very intelligent. A very, very intelligent yellow card for Nico O'Reilly. He grabs the shirt of Coyote. Exactly what we need in that situation. A tactical foul. Very good. Very good from Nico O'Reilly. But the club have obviously sat down and had a conversation with most likely his representatives in terms of the figures involved in that contract. But there must have been a conversation involved with the player, the person. Are you going to turn this round? Is there something going on in your personal life that can be fixed? And if it can be fixed, do you think you're going to get back to your best? And if you get back to your best, we want to give you a new contract. Because the best of Phil Foden is 2023-24 Player of the Year. And if we can get that version of Phil Foden back, then You combine that with this version of Jeremy Doku and the consistent Erling Haaland that, I mean, even by his standards, he's better than everybody else. This second half of the season is probably the worst half of the season I've seen from Haaland, and he's still better than everybody else. Here's Semenyo! Haaland! Makes it 2! Bundles it over the line! Just as I was saying, he's had the second half of the season has been the worst I've seen. He's still better than everybody else. Like I said, he's bagged. He's bagged. Yes! Whoo! Shabanga! Dingo! Oh, 2-0. Go and get your dinner, Arsenal fans. Go and do something else. I know you were watching. I know you were waiting. I know you were ready. All you Arsenal fans, you were watching. You were waiting. Like, this is the one. They're going to drop points. Go and get your dinner. Go and get your dinner. Go and do something else. Come on, City. We're still alive. Just. I don't know how Haaland scores that, to be honest. It's the weirdest goal I've ever seen. He knew what he was trying to do is just get some sort of connection on it that goes towards the goal, and he does exactly that. With the weirdest back heel sort of, I mean, fucking hell, he's just bundled it. Oh, has it hit his hand, though? Has it hit his hand? Has it hit his hand? Did anyone else see that in the replay? Did anyone else see that? Because I swear that, like, as he flicked it with his left foot, did that hit his hand as it goes in? Oh, we're playing on. So, yeah, never mind. Goal. They're not even going to look at it. Good. Great stuff. Great bit of defending by Coyote. The first time, really. The first time I've seen a good bit of defending from him in this game, really. And it was really good. And Bernardo Silva, what are you doing there? 2 points behind Arsenal. Same games played. 2 goals behind. We're still alive. Did it not hit his hand? I'm really not. I'm just paranoid. It's paranoia. I'm really not. Like, look at it again. I swear there was a little back heel and it looked like, I don't know. It looked like it might have hit something. He flicked it like a little bit of a Cruyff turn finish. And there was a dangling Haaland hand. But 13 minutes to go. 2-0 up. Do you believe we're winning this? Do you trust us to win this game? Was it the back of his knee? Was it the back? Big up for the super chat, mate. I just saw a little. There was one angle that looked like it hit something on its after the flick because he flicked it and then it looked like it hit something else and his hand was right there. You're right though. There was his leg was obviously there as well because it's part of his body. Legs and arms and torsos, they're all there, aren't they? You can't really take them off and do something different with it. But we're still alive. We're still alive. Nico Riley gets it down the line, gives it away to Jensen. This is going to be... Oh, it's a clever little pass, actually. Clear it. Nunes, well done. Yarmaloik. Brentford haven't given up. And why would you? Why would you? Because it's 2-0 with plenty of time left to get something out of the game. And this Manchester City side have shown frailties throughout the entire season that 1 goal can quickly turn into 2. So, ball in is clear. No, it's out for a throw into City at the other side of the pitch. Thank God for that. Big up Darks. Appreciate the membership and all the kind generosity, Darks, mate. You're a legend, mate. Top man. Really are. And you, Christine. Top woman. You're not a top man. But in City, we trust. Big up, Christine. Oh, look who it is. Jordan Twatbag Henderson. I hate him. Like, not 8, like 8. Like, hate. Forgot to pronounce my words properly. That was the mank in me coming out. Occasionally it comes out, doesn't it? I hate him. I do. He's a twat, Jordan Henderson. He really is. He's a proper bellend. It's them Liverpool days. He haunted us, man. Like, oh, short back pass, Haaland. Oh, no, he's flicked on Bernardo Silva. If Marmoush flicks it on, and he's flicked it on to himself, he's away down the right wing. Aya steps across. Little nutmeg, brilliant from Marmoush. Wins a free kick. Really good from Marmoush. Flicks it on to himself. turns, gets on the end of it, brilliant, and then a little nutmeg from Ayer and wins the free kick. Takes the sting out of the game, slows the game down as we're 2-0 up. That's exactly what we need. Brilliant from Marmoush. That really, really good forward play. Really good. Oh, my God. Big up Mullet. Big up Mullet. 5 gifted memberships, man. You're an absolute G, mate. Inspiration. Inspiration. So I get that money that Mullet sent, but I'm giving it you back. You can have it back, chat. You can have it back. There you go. Oh, straight into Kelleher's hands. I thought that was going to loop into the far corner, but Foden's free kick over it. Win that, Doku. Oh, and he wins it. He pokes it back into Bernardo Silva. Jeremy Doku. Is this the best game we've ever seen from Jeremy Doku? I know he played really well against Everton. I know he did. But I think this is an overall, from the first minute to this 80th minute, Jeremy Doku has been absolutely unbelievable in every aspect of the game. Like, everything. Even when he makes mistakes, like, his mistakes are brilliant. You know, he wins them back. His goal had a mistake in it. He gave it away. And he was like, fucking wins it back. Bang, top corner. That tackle then was a little bit weak. And he was like, fuck, I shouldn't have let that through me. Coyote went through him. And then he was like, nope, I'm getting back. Wins it. Brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. From Jeremy Doku. He's unique. He's unique. Wow. You got to take your hats off to the Manchester City scouts to go and unearth a gem like this. And I mean, if you go and watch the Semenyo, that's not a bad cross. And he's actually right. Semenyo's right. He's holding his hands up like, where are you, Haaland? You've got to be getting in there, mate, at that back post there. Another opportunity could be all coming your way in a minute, though, mate. Ball fed into Foden. Quick feet, great feet from Foden. Really good. Really good, that from Foden. Yes, man. Come on, everybody. Doku to the byline. Cuts it back. Foden! Onto the roof of the net! And it would have been a Jeremy Doku assist and a brilliant bit of play from Jeremy Doku to get to the byline. Fires it across. Foden's waiting there. Sends it goal bound. Great save from Kelleher, who almost unorthodox. I don't think he knew much about it, Kelleher, to be honest. Just a reflex save. Sends it up and onto the roof of the net. And we are nearly coming away with a 3-goal lead, which would be the biggest goal margin against Brentford since 1997. We've never beaten them by more than 2 goals since 1997. We could be about to do it. With 8 minutes or 7.5 minutes to go. And we need that goal difference to start going up as well, don't we, of course? But a real opportunity goes missing, but we've got some defending to do. I would much rather the 2-0 than try and go for, let's get more goals, everybody. Just win the fucking game, lads. Just win the game. And right now we're doing everything, to do that, exactly that. Big up, Darks. Using Jonny as a radio for the game on the road. No way. You're not even watching the game. Big up to you, Darks. I try to commentate as often as possible, but I also try and give you little anecdotes every now and again. Meaningless. Normally just send me down a spiral of utter nonsense and complete bollocks. But just to give a bit of life to commentary that you're not going to get on the mainstream media. You're not going to hear like Martin Tyler or Peter Drury talk about snogging and using words that I use. You're not going to get that. So I thought it might be worth it. Haaland's marauding forward. Jeremy Doku's out there. Oh, go on! Marmoush! Oh, and he's limping as well. He's limping. And Ayer with another great bit of defending. He's struggled against us in the past, Ayer, and he's had a great game this game. Haaland's normally pocketed him, if you can do that. Can you do that as an attacker? Pocket the defender? Not sure that makes sense. But Ayer has had a great game. He really has. And a last man tackle against Marmoush, which was about to become 3-0 City, sends it out for a corner, and Marmoush has limped away from it. But so has Ayer as well, as Foden goes over to take this corner. Big up Rocks me. Big up to you. Ball in from Foden. Gay up and down. Referee says, crack on, lads. We're playing on. Jeremy Doku. 5.5 minutes to go. To the byline. I love you, Jeremy Doku. Again, like the cross wasn't... That time it was cut back into a bit too deep, that cut back. But every time, man. Every time. He's been sensational. He really has. Nunes marauding forward. Great play from Nunes. Down in the left wing position. And then go and get back to your position, mate. This second half started a little bit sluggish for me. I was a bit concerned. But we've turned the screw, haven't we? We really have. We upped the ante a lot in the last 20 minutes or so. And Brentford just couldn't live with the quality that we've got. Which, paid a lot of money for that quality. So you'd like to think that's the sensible outcome for this game. Doku, look at him. He's on fire, man. Big up Raymad. I can see Haaland on fire in his first World Cup. I'm excited for Haaland at the World Cup. That's one of the few things I'm genuinely looking forward to, other than what... I don't even get that excited about England. And the World Cup, I get excited about them. But I'm not very patriotic. I'll be honest with you. I'm not bothered, really. I'm bothered. I want England to win. Of course I am. But I much prefer City. Life and blood, man, is Manchester City all day long, man. And there are City fans that are like, nah, man, you got to go for England above your club. Of course you do. That's fair play, man. You're English. It's your prerogative, whatever you want to do, man. I massively prefer Manchester City to England, 100%. And not just because of the team or our chances of success, because we are very good, man. We've got a very good chance of success. I just don't care enough, you know? I don't know what it is. I think it's a Mank thing. Look at him. Jordan Henderson and Bernardo Silva kicking off. Go on, Jordan, mate. You prick. Haven't you got some rainbow laces to don and then take them off when you leave the fucking country, mate, you bellend? Jordan Henderson. Big up, Pappy. Which player, OAT, what does that mean? You hate the most. What does OAT mean? See, I'm not down with it. I've got to Google that shit. What does OAT mean? It's come up with oat milk. Because that says oat. Nope. I don't know what that means. But which player you hate the most? Jordan Henderson's up there. Jesse Lingard is up there. Jesse Lingard. Bruno Fernandes. Jordan Henderson. If I wasn't a City fan, I'd probably hate Craig Bellamy, but I love Craig Bellamy because he played for us. Those three are the big ones for me. Jesse Lingard. Just the arrogance of Jesse Lingard. The dancing celebrations. They don't marry up. The quality of player versus compared to the arrogance that he had. They're not the same. They're not the same thing. You dance like you're a Ballon d'Or winner, but you play like a fucking League 2 player, mate. Like you're dog shit. Wank. Jordan Henderson just annoys me, but he's a very good player. Same as Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes' attitude annoys me more than anything. Like whinging, it's never his fault. He'll ping a pass out, like 40-yard pinger. Oh, Kelleher came out and nods it. And then it's like no one was there. It's a really bad pass. And he'll just throw his arms at a United player like, mate, that was you. Own it. He's like, and do you know what? I'll show you that I'm trying to be subjective, that I actually agree with him being player of the year. I actually think he should be player of the year. Because I think he has been ridiculously good. In his chance creation, the number of assists, it's undeniably good. You can't turn your nose up to that just because you're a City fan. You have to hold your hands up and go, that's very good. But the player, it's like, as a leader, as an example, not very good. Not very good at all. But City have won a free kick. Big up, Pappy. I appreciate the super chat, mate. They're my three, anyway. I hope that clarified that. Christine, Doku, man of the match. Doku, man of the match. It's the easiest man of the match you'll ever see in your life, isn't it? And I think the Everton one was just as easy. But this is as good as it gets, man. I'm not sure I will be, mate. I am looking for making alternative Manchester City content over the summer. I'm dabbling with the idea of doing a few more shorts, a few more documentary style videos in the summer. But this is a City channel. You know, I know there's like people out there that want to be influencers. I'm not interested in being an influencer. It's not about me. So if City aren't playing, unfortunately, there's like, you know, I'm talking about transfer news and the news around Manchester City. I might talk about City players at the World Cup, for example. But this is a City channel, so I want to keep it about Manchester City. And as tempting as it would be, I am turning my nose up at more revenue. I'll be honest with you. I could make more money by doing watch-alongs for the World Cup. But I want to keep it about City. I want to keep it pure blue Manchester City. That's what I want to do. As often as possible, at least. So I'm going to do some shorts. I'm going to do some, like, maybe a few historical City videos that are at 5 minutes of injury time. Doku's been taken off as a substitution, by the way, to get that round of applause, no doubt. Pep Guardiola taking him off. That's gone out. Yes. Goal kick to City. Yeah, Pep taking Doku off is no doubt to give him the well-deserved round of applause, standing ovation from the Etihad faithful that we will have seen. I didn't see it, but I imagine it happened. It would be ludicrous for it to not have happened. Yeah, big up Christine. Keep it City, Jonny, true blue. Yeah, I know what you mean, though. People who want me to do the World Cups, I'm tempted. I must admit, I'm tempted. But, you know, there's stuff I can still do in the summer. So tune in for that. I'll definitely stay on top of the transfer news. I'll do that, and I'll make sure I'll try and do some player evaluations and look at the numbers for players that we're interested in, because I actually think it could be quite a busy summer for us, you know, because there's going to be a few outgoings that are almost inevitable. Well, ones that we already know about. Bernardo Silva and John Stones, for example. Savinho came on for Doku, by the way. And it's a great ball from Savinho into Haaland. A third goal would be delightful, wouldn't it? It really would. And we've got it. We've got it. It's 3-0. 3-0! Marmouche makes it 3. Could that be a goal that... Oh, you never know. Oh, you never know. You never know. Goal difference it could be. If West Ham can perform a miracle, do us a favour. You Hammers. Come on, Hammers. Come on. You take points off Arsenal. We've closed the goal difference to 1. It's gone down to 1 after a very convincing 3-0 Manchester City win. The biggest goal margin against Brentford since 1997. In a moment where we absolutely need it. Oh, that's big. That's a big goal. That could be. I still think this is going to be decided on points, but you never know. You never know. Big up, Harry. Love that name. That's my son's name. And my granddad. Who's your main choice for the armband post-Silva? Someone asked me that last watch-along, and I struggled. It obviously, for me, depends on who comes in and who goes, because I think you're looking at Rodri, you're looking at potentially Haaland, because I do think he leads by example to some degree. Vocally, anyway, maybe not in terms of like work ethic, but he certainly does vocally. And presence, he'd be quite good. I think he'd be quite good to communicate with referees, which is a big part of the job in terms of your like being trusted. Because I think like referees would take him very seriously because they know he doesn't dive. He's not a shithouse, you know. So referees would probably listen to Haaland, you know. So he might be a shout. But yeah, you're looking at who we need some more leaders, don't we? I mean, Ruben Diaz. Saved by Donnarumma! Brentford nearly get one. I don't want my preview. My preview I said 3-1. We're going to win this game 3-1. And it very nearly was 3-1. And bloody hell, Donnarumma's save. A save is a save, but it was a bit of an awkward save. He sort of like forearms it onto the bar. Oh, got away with one there, man. Because that was the goal difference going back down to 2 behind Arsenal. Up the fucking Hammers, says Aviator. Yeah, Ruben Diaz, Rodri, they're the immediate ones that spring to mind. But Ruben Diaz, in terms of his involvement next season, is he going to be a first-choice centre-back next season? I'm not too sure about that. Certainly the most experienced one we've got when Ake goes. Come on, lads, clear it. Well done, well done. Go on, let's go and get a fourth. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? But yeah, we need to bring in some leaders. We do need to bring in some leaders. And it's going to be an interesting debate next season, and I'm all for it. Big up Darks. Thanks again, mate, for the gifted membership. Legend, man. Top man. And Micah as well. Big up to you. I remember it was 3 super chats per watch long for you, Micah, wasn't it? And I think that was your third. That's a handball for Foden, is it? Are we playing on? This referee's great. This is a great referee. He's giving everything our way in this game. I'm not going to lie. Oh, go on. Let's get a fourth. Semenyo. Oh, he nearly did. And Kelleher with an unorthodox save. That's got to be full-time, hasn't it? But this referee's beautiful, man. He's a beautiful human being. Oh, shit, yeah, scoreboard. I forgot about that. Sorry, everybody. I nearly did it, man. I nearly nailed it. Every goal was like bang, bang, nailed it. And then I fucked it on that one. This will be the greatest Premier League if we win it, even better than the 100 points and a 4 in a row. I don't know about that. But again, if we win it, your opinion. I don't think it would be the best in terms of like feel-good factor. It would be because the 100 points and the 4 in a row, it was about us, wasn't it? It was all about us, full time. This one feels like if we win it, it's very much a case of, oh shit, did we win it? I can't believe we won it. Brilliant. And then we all pile on Arsenal. That's not really how you should consider a title win. I think you should celebrate it. Give it Arsenal a little bit, but then celebrate it with yourself as much as possible. But I'll never forget the 100 points and the 4 in a row, man. I actually think the first Premier League we ever won is the best league we've ever won. I think that's the best league title I've ever won because it was the first, the most memorable, the manner in which we won it. That was the season we went to the Swamp and won 6-1. So for me, that was the best ever Premier League title, the first one. But yeah, 100 points and 4 in a row. But this would be an unbelievable one, man. This will be the most hilarious Premier League title to win. The funniest, 100%. 100%. And big up Larry. Scoreboard. I've done it now, mate. Sorry. Appreciate you, Larry. Appreciate you, mate. Bursting for a wee, so this little rant at the end is going to have to be short-lived because I'm going to fucking blow in a minute. Jesus Christ. Thoth Norbert, things we love to see. 3 points, clean sheet. Phil PH45? Who's that? Phil Foden, you mean, I presume? Phil, who's the PH45? What am I doing? What's wrong with me? That's like a chemistry thing. I don't know. PH45. Who's 45? Why's my mind going blank? Oh, yeah. You've said it. PH47. Yeah. Fair play. Foden. Yeah, he was good when he came on. He was so much better than I've seen recently. And he nearly got a goal as well, man. He nearly got a goal. And Ice is buzzing. I'm buzzing. Everyone's buzzing. Yeah, absolutely. Vital. I'm going to have to cut this short because I'm absolutely bursting. But player ratings in the morning. What a win that was. What a valuable win. How important could that third goal be from Marmoush as well? Because that could be so valuable at the end of the season. It really, really, really could be. A goal difference could come into this. I don't think it will. I think points are still going to decide this title, but Manchester City have clawed their way back into having a say. I don't think it's necessarily a time to write it off. If we witness Arsenal beating West Ham tomorrow, I do think it diminishes our chances massively so if they go and beat West Ham, because we are then hoping a relegated Burnley and the Crystal Palace reserves can do us a favour. And I mean, yeah, slim pickings. And we still have to beat Palace, Bournemouth and Villa. Still tough, but we are fighting. We are fighting, and that's all I ask for. We're fighting. We're not going down with a whimper. We're going down with the typical Manchester City spirit, and that is fighting. Big up to every single one of you that tuned into this watch-along. 3 points on the board is exactly what the doctor ordered. A Haaland goal, a Jeremy Doku masterclass, Absolutely. I think one of maybe the best game I've ever seen from Jeremy Doku, and that's even considering how well he played the other night against Everton, because I think the overall complete performance was absolutely unbelievable from Jeremy Doku in this game. Really, really good. And big up to Graham, up the hammers, man. Yeah, man, imagine. And we got a bit of history, West Ham and City. There's a bit of a love affair there, you know, back in the day. Quick anecdote, I'm sure some of you are already aware of it, but we once got relegated back in the day. I think we were relegated, I can't remember which game it was. Was it Liverpool? When Liverpool relegated us and Alan Ball didn't know that we needed another goal to stay up. No, it wasn't. What am I talking about? It wasn't them. What am I talking about? It wasn't them, because they were at the game. But anyway, it was a while ago. It was way before that, actually. And the City fans came on, the West Ham fans came onto the pitch, and they exchanged, like, scarves. And, you know those little, what are they called? Like, I don't know what they're called. Like, little emblem-shaped fabric things that you used to have at clubs. And they used to swap them at kick-off. And the fans had one each, and they swapped them. And the West Ham fans were singing "You'll Be Back" to Manchester City when they got relegated, and the City fans have remembered that, and it's two working class clubs that have been in the shadow of their city rivals for quite some time, and obviously we're not in the shadow of our rivals anymore, but West Ham still are, unfortunately. But there is a bit of a thing there with City and West Ham, respect between the two fan bases, so I'm praying they can do us a favour, man. I'm praying they can do us a favour. Absolutely. Big up, Isa. And we hit 1,000 likes. Yes. Big up to every one of you that did that. Hitting the like button is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for tuning in. Player ratings in the morning. Obviously, we got Palace next. It's Palace next, isn't it? Is it midweek? Midweek. One game at a time, me. One game at a time. That's why I don't know the next game, because I'm like Pep. I'm locked in. I was locked into Brentford. Yeah, it's Palace. Wednesday, 8 o'clock. And then we've got the FA Cup final at the weekend. A week from today. What a game that could be. Silverware up for grabs for Manchester City. A Chelsea side that showed a bit of bite in that Liverpool game today that annoyed me, because I was like, yeah, they've been crap. No wins in six. Was it 6 defeats in a row, wasn't it, in the Premier League for Chelsea? Not winless in 6. 6 defeats, if I remember rightly. And they've ended that losing streak today away at Anfield. And they showed some spirit that made me think, oh, they're going to have a bit of spirit in the FA Cup final, no doubt, aren't they? And they've got the players to hurt you. So hopefully we can come away with 2 pieces of silverware at the end of the season. And who knows, maybe a 3rd. Let me know your thoughts after the match if you're watching after the fact. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, player ratings in the morning. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your evening. 3 points on the board. That is what the doctor ordered. Buzzing. 2 points behind Arsenal. Come on, you Hammers!